Okay, on the injury front, really, Mac Wilson's being evaluated for a concussion, but other than that, nothing to report. Great team win. Told the guys all week and reminded them again today, we're going to have to compete for 60 minutes. And that game took all of 60 minutes. We made it interesting there at the end, which we shouldn't do, but, Kareem Hunt showing great hustle to get the guy down there at the end. I really should start with our defense. I just think Joe Woods and the defensive staff did an outstanding job putting a plan together. And then the guys, they played it. And, to get 3 takeaways versus a team that doesn't give the ball up, I thought was really impressive. I think we held them to 2 for 10 on third down. Really, really proud of those guys. But I think it starts with Joe and the defensive staff. Offensively, the numbers. I thought we were efficient. There's always plays left out there that I feel like we can make. Special teams going 7 for 7 in a field goal and extra point, and then hands team coming through for us a couple times there. So we, again, knew it was going to be a 60-minute affair, knew it was going to be physical, knew that we were going to have to get contributions from OD and K, and we did. And with that, I'll take any questions.
Our first question will come with.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Coach. With the exception maybe of a drop or a penalty or two, did that first half go about as well as you could have expected?
Yeah, it really did. And I give credit to the players. We talked all week about our work during the week was going to be a determining factor in how we played. And the guys worked their butts off all week. They understand what a good operation looks like, what efficient football looks like. And I was proud of how they played.
And I know you're not looking, Kevin, for any outsiders' respect or legitimacy or anything like that, but what do you hope that a win like that does for your team's confidence?
Yeah, I think all these games, Tom, they're hard. Winning's hard in this National Football League. There's a bunch of good teams, and they're coming at you week in and week out. So I think our guys understand that we're just looking to go 1-0 each week, and there's so much work that goes into going 1-0.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Tom. Jeff Shadell, your line is open.
Kevin, you talked about the defense. How big a momentum change do you think that was, stopping them on that first drive of theirs on fourth down?
Which drive, Jeff? On the first drive of the game? I'm going to assume yes.
Yeah, the first drive when you stopped.
Yeah, that was huge.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, it was outstanding. The guys, we talked all week, that's a tough task to try and slow that player down. I got a tremendous amount of respect for Derrick Henry. And the guys came through by being gap sound and gang tackling. But he's an outstanding back.
Thank you, Jeff. Jake Trotter, you're next.
Kevin, how did you think Baker played today, particularly in the first half?
I told him he's going to be doing some ball security drills there after that fumble. He does the same. He's the same guy during the week that he is on game day. He grinds. He's making plays left and right, in the pocket, out of the pocket. We had some unfortunate drops there in big moments, and the numbers would be even better. So he's playing at a high level, and he has to continue to do so. We're counting on him, and he knows that.
How do you compare the way he's playing now to the way he played at the beginning of the season, particularly as he's evolved learning this offense?
Yeah, I don't think of it that way, Jake. I just think all of our guys got to continue to get better, and we got to help them as coaches to put them in position to succeed.
Thanks, Jake. Greg Greetham, you're up.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about Sheldon Richardson? He had back-to-back 2 of the biggest plays in that first half, with a stop, and then he stripped the ball, Henry.
Yeah, Sheldon plays very, very hard. On Sundays, you see him flying around. He's an emotional leader for us. So I'm really excited about how he's attacking blocks, getting after the offensive line, trying to penetrate. He's doing a nice job for us.
Thank you. Dan Lobby, we'll go to you.
Hey, Coach, some more on the defense. Early in the game, you guys were going with 5 defensive linemen. What was kind of the genesis of that, I guess? And, what was the reasoning behind it? Was it just Derrick Henry?
Yeah, I think that's our job, game to game, to put together plans that defend the opponent. I just go to Joe and the entire defensive staff, put together a really sound plan, and then the players executed it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Dan. Scott Petrick, you're next.
Hey, Kevin. Obviously we focused a lot during the week on the 2 run games, but you came out and threw it a bunch early. What was the thought process behind that? Maybe just the Titans paying so much attention to the run game? I
just think we're going to do whatever it takes to win, Scott. We're looking for the right play at the right time. And then to the players' credit, they're executing at a high level.
And how long did you have that Kendall Lamb play in the playbook?
Yeah, that was installed this week, believe it or not. Kendall did a great job. The guys, again, understood the finer points of that. And then Kendall, I'd like to see him high point it next time, go up and get it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Nate Ulrich has our next question.
Hey, Kevin. Donovan Peoples-Jones, obviously with the drop there on your first series, 4 points you guys left off the board. What did it mean to you to see him come back with a double move and score on the 75-yard touchdown later?
Yeah, guys are going to drop the ball. Guys are going to miss throws. You're going to miss a block. I mean, that's I'm looking for the perfect game. I'm going to make bad calls, and I did today. So you got to really just move on from those. So he moved on, we moved on, and knew that he was going to make a great play there.
And is it just him showing up and stepping up been so valuable for you guys? Hodge just went down a couple days before the game. It seems like he's kind of, delivered when you guys have really needed him to play more.
Yeah, he has delivered. And you think about that double move there, that was repped with Cordero during the week. And then for him to know what to do, know how to do it, and execute it at a high level really speaks to how he prepares. I think Chad O'Shea does an outstanding job with that group.
Thanks, Nate. Tony Grossi.
Hey, Kevin, I'm wondering, when did you decide that this was going to be the best way to play the Titans? Was it from the immediate Tuesday game planning session that you had to be aggressive like you were in Dallas?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think the impetus of our game plan start on those Mondays and Tuesdays, and we get together as a staff and we talk about what we need to do this week to get this win, versus that opponent. So we felt like we had to be able to run it, be able to throw it, and just put together a plan that our guys could execute at a high level, with a good amount of tempo and understanding of what they're doing. I think as coaches, sometimes we try to scheme up like crazy, but when you just let the guys go, you let them play free, they're able to make plays.
And when you say you put the Lamb play in just this week, did Vrabel's tackle eligible play like ring a bell in your head that we should call one too?
It didn't, but just felt like that was a good play versus that scheme.
Okay. Thanks, Tony. Back to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Kevin, I want to ask you a couple about the line. It seemed like Baker had plenty of time to throw most of the day. Just how good was that protection for him?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal when you're talking about having a precise passing game and you're talking about the quarterback delivering balls, in tight windows. You're going to need to set your feet, and I thought the line, by and large, did a nice job there of giving Baker time. I think that's a good team. I really have a ton of respect for their coaches. They threw multiple looks at us, but the line in particular blocked well.
And how did you think Miles looked coming back? Did you see any, drop in energy from his normal self?
No, I didn't see any drop in energy. We had 3 ends up, so he was playing a lot, and I know his wind is only going to continue to get better, but you definitely feel him when he's out there. They're going to devote a running back to chip him, a tight end to chip him. So it was great to have him back there.
Thanks, Scott. One final question to Doug Murray.
Kevin, I know you guys are focused on the day-to-day. You're just trying to win the next game. It's a pandemic. You can't be out and about. But you guys are 9-3. Do you have some sense of how Cleveland Browns fans might be feeling right now that their football team is 9-3?
Well, obviously, we think about the fans a lot, and I wish they were in First Energy Stadium, and we wish it was a different year. It's not, but we feel the support in the community. I see the flags flying all over, so we're hoping that we're putting a team out there that they can be proud of, because they're obviously very close to our thoughts and all of what we're doing.